It's the last day of September. Look at all the leaves all coming up. I thought this might have been running over. It hasn't been over for a while because there's a couple of small pipes underneath it take it when it's relatively low, and it's been just about going below for a long time. Anyway, I'm just going down to Thirsk to pick up my box of invoices. In the normal run of things, you go down there and sit in his office while he explains what you've done last year in great detail for at least an hour. But we did that on the phone due to the recent upsurge in the COVID, but I must admit I quite prefer doing it on the phone anyway. And normally I choose a nicer day because I take my big camera. It's always quite interesting, Thirsk and Sutton Bank and all this sort of thing. And I have got it, obviously. But it's a bit drizzly. It's been pretty spotty with rain and cool and windy. In fact, it's cold, really. It's 11 degrees. But it is supposed to cheer up this afternoon. It's brightening up now, so by the time I get down there, and I need some fuel, really. This is another issue. There's been this stupid panic buying of fuel. But as far as we can make out, it was far worse down south. That was like last weekend, really. It was a bit bad round here as well. Yeah, I got filled up with fuel, no problem in Stokes. It was a little bit busy. It was 137. I'm not sure whether they've actually increased the price due to the supposed shortage, because it's been going up a bit anyway. Like, it's not outrageous because diesel always is. It was 134 for petrol. Best to get filled up there, because you never, to be honest, Thirsk is usually dearer. It probably won't be today. 20 miles to Thirsk. It's 12 o'clock. I never forget when the first, well, that's why that car didn't go past. He's going left anyway. Maybe they both are. But I never forget one of the first times I drove a car on a main road. We came along here, and a tractor with a load of straw shot out of there right in front of us and made us do an emergency stop practically. He hadn't looked well. We weren't going very fast. We were just going in a line of cars, but I was about the first one there. I think we were going. Well, it can't have been the Yorkshire Shore, can it? It might have been a load of hay. I seem to remember it being the Yorkshire Shore we were going to. It was at S-Reg first, PQRS, yeah, it was 1978, Hillman Hunter. I wonder why I felt the need to do that. Again, that bin lorry, he just sent you straight out right indicator to get out onto the outside lane. In front of that car, now they're going to race each other down half a mile faster than the other. They are bastards, them two. Now they're both braking. What the hell's up with them? They're having a chat to each other through a window or something. A lot of gesticulation. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, there is actually something there. They're doing lots of digging up random holes everywhere. It's like having rabbits. My favourite parking place is always along here, because you don't need a ticket. I don't really mind getting a ticket because it's actually free for an hour anyway, but I don't like parking in the marketplace, because the first time I had this bloody pickup, I parked in the marketplace and came back to it and someone had scratched it by walking past it or putting a bag on it. I can't remember now. Anyway, it annoyed me to that. I still see there's marks on it to this day. It appears that Southern Bank is still closed. I thought they should have been finished though, and I wasn't particularly trying to go up there anyway. I wanted to go to like Coxwell or somewhere. There's quite a few more going up there. I mean, I came through here last time at the spring. It'd be like May or early June, I don't know when. You see, it'd be more sensible to have come from Bagby and Bulk. I nearly did actually, because I know that road as well, but not as well. You come along here, you come along here, and you suddenly get quite an excellent view of the White Horse, which is looking an astonishingly grey colour. Which I have a feeling that they weren't allowed to use their normal routine, which involves white paint and all sorts, like emulsion paint, for environmental reasons. So I don't know what they were planning to do for it to make it white, because it's just about disappearing. It's already about lost in the trees. That used to be a completely bare hillside with just the odd thorn bush, and they planted conifers all around it, and even below it. It's just played wrong, really. And that hillside ought to have been kept open. It's not like it's not a true sort of historic White Horse figure. Now then, this is the White Horse Bank there. You can go up there, but I don't really want to do that. Oh shit. We've got a lot of Himalayan balsam in the ditches here. I noticed some up the bank. This road's been kind of resurfaced, but probably getting the timber out did it no good at all. Surprised now they've got that nicely re-established already. So, when I saw them taking timber out 2 or 3 years ago, and there appears to be a good establishment of I'm not sure, it should be just all self-sown stuff. There was like a little place there you could pull in and buy. I don't think they have actually planted it. Is this Oswald Kirk here? I can't never remember these names. Oldstead. Just round the corner. You come up on it quite suddenly actually. There's a sharp bend here and you're suddenly in, it says Oldstead. You can take a left, but it says dead end, and it really is. You can go, you can go over to the forest tracks, but you're not supposed to drive there. They don't go anywhere. Oldstead is sort of famous. On this corner here, it's supposed to be one of the best restaurants in the country. So it's sung the praises by certain celebrity chefs. But everything is hideously expensive. You're talking like £100 for a meal. I suppose there's worse places. Just on the... Was it the last time in spring I came up through there, past it, having got somewhat lost. I knew where I was, but I didn't quite know how I was going to get back to where I wanted to be, if you know what I mean. I'd get there eventually, but I didn't know how. That's the pub there just ahead, down that little alley, the Black Swan at Oldstead. Very expensive. You have to book in advance normally. The car park is full, and they have their own, to be fair, they have their own gardens behind, so everything is super fresh and good. Everything they can grow in a garden. unusual gum tree there, it's shedding its bark like they do. That's a big fire risk in Australia. This shedded bark is sort of oily. It's a kind of mechanism to ensure the survival of gum trees, because you get regular fires around the base which kills off anything else. Just to say, I see the tip of the pinnacle. I think you could safely say this road probably was in use as a trackway when the Abbey was in its heyday, so it's a very old route along here. Because it's, well, it must be, because it goes into one of the original gateways into the sort of precincts, or whatever you call it, of the Abbey. See, this has actually been a bit more to it than there is now. It's been like a little room with a kind of thou shalt not pass business going on inside there. Right, so it's free entry. I didn't even know that before. They're quite limited parking, so you just have to be a bit careful you don't get sort of stuck in there or something. This isn't one that I've visited before, you see. So I wouldn't maybe say it I'm keen to visit it, but I'm quite interested to visit it.